Hello, my name is Kate Cherry and I'm an independent consultant with a beautiful company called Arbonne International, and I'm joined here today by Dymphna D'Costa, who is a coach and mentor, and I love her tagline, which is abundant living for ambitious women. Hi Dymphna.
Hi, Kate. Thank you for
We
inviting me.
Oh, you're very welcome. I love it. We know each other through networking in London, don't we? And we have a lot in common in terms of our thoughts around healthy living and the mind and that whole connection. So I've had some coaching from Dymphna before. I know how she works, and Dymphna is actually also a client of mine with Arbonne, aren't you?
Yes.
And what I've been doing a series of interviews with connections of mine in order to help people watching what I do enrich a little bit more, enrich them with more information about either the mind, the body, or the skin, because with Arbonne, that's our holistic approach to things, is sustainable, healthy living as a way to improve your mind, your body, and your skin. And yes, the way we do that is through suggesting healthy living principles in terms of what you eat, but also we have our amazing products that support you through that. So the reason I wanted to talk to Dymphna today is, firstly, she's fabulous and everyone should meet her.
Oh,
Frankly.
thank you.
And I will fess up to the fact that we've actually been on Zoom for 50 minutes now before pressing record, because we always have so much to talk about and catch up on. So I just want to firstly start by asking you, you're probably better at telling people than me, what is it that you do, even though I've just given some nuggets, and how do you help people?
Yes, so I help create abundant living for ambitious women. And what that means is having the balance between, feeling that sense of purpose in our personal everyday lives as well as our businesses. So I mainly help women in business, women entrepreneurs. But sometimes we can have fantastic businesses and be really busy, but perhaps feel a bit burnt out and unfulfilled in the other part of our life. So, we might be working all the hours, but be too tired to enjoy our personal life and life outside of our business. Or we might have a business which is, perfectly aligned, and we do something where we feel really in service, but we've got a fear about running it or growing it, and we don't really know how to do all of that. So for me, it's about having the balance of both. So being equipped with the practical skills and not having the fear of the things that we need to do in our business to grow it, to make it successful, but also making sure that our businesses are aligned with our purposes in life, and also having that sense of abundance outside of our business, in our daily life, in our family life, in our wider community, to create that overall sense of abundance, and feeling that we're on soul purpose, whatever that may mean to us, and then feeling in balance and really good about ourselves and what we're doing.
I'm smiling so much because as you were explaining that, I'm remembering the coaching we did together and the fact that you're the person who helped me, because I work with a big business coach as well as the sessions I have with you and all of that, but you mainly helped me identify that there was an umbrella to what I do, so that I have my health and wellbeing business with Arbonne. I have that identity. I'm a mum, an ex-corporate, and I also have the networking franchises that I run. But that overall, that mission was empowering women and men to be better in themselves or their businesses, which I love. And it was, you just literally just sort of pointed it out as if to say, well, this is what you're not two different things. You're one overarching thing with different tools. Was it tools or methods?
The toolkit,
yeah, absolutely. So I loved that. And we talk a lot about the mindset, because that is huge in knowing what we can do, exactly how you help me. So do you want to talk a bit about, we were talking about uncertain times, what's happening at the moment, and what tips would you have for people going through this? Are we locking down? Are we not locking down? I'm only just out of the last lockdown. What's happening? Can I have this wedding? With what's going on at the moment, what advice can you give people?
Yeah, so I would say at the moment is that, okay, we've just been through lockdown. We don't know what's going to happen next. We don't even know whether we'll be able to spend Christmas with, anyone outside of our immediate family. So, we don't know what's going to happen. And where I find my sense of peace and, you know, a sense of being able to navigate through, you know, whatever we're navigating through at the moment, is to take ownership of how I am within myself. Now, we will have rubbish days. That's, you know, going to happen, where some days just don't go the way we want it to, and that's about letting go of that and accepting that and not holding on to that. But where we can is just to take ownership of our daily lives. So, you know, the way I like to, you know, have my days, I wake up in the morning, I have a morning routine, and people do talk about this. We don't need to make this, you know, find half an hour first thing in the morning or 10 minutes, because we've got other things to do, especially if you've got children and families to look after. But, you know, find those 3 minutes, if that's what you can find at the beginning of the day, just to get some clear headspace. Maybe meditate for 3 minutes, or listen to some really nice soothing music, or just go out into the garden for like a few minutes, just to feel and connect with yourself and feel grounded and feel protected and feel safe and to trust. And then, you know, I always kind of decide at the start of the day, you know, this is who I'm going to be. No one else can take that away from me. I decide who I get to be today. And if that's being mum, if that's being myself, if that's being a brilliant partner or wife, or, you know, if that's just being calm and feeling fulfilled and happy, that's what I get to decide. And then it is about, I then sort of go into the practical and think, okay, well, today these are things that I need to do. So I don't want to feel overwhelmed. I'm going to concentrate on 1 or 2 or 3 things. You know, I never go more than 3, because then you start to get, you know, feeling overwhelmed. But if I think, if at least I do those 3 things today, I feel a sense of accomplishment that I've taken inspired action. And then I also, towards the end of the day, but you can do this throughout the day, is just let go of anything that doesn't go your way. Just let go of it, so you're not holding on to it and carrying it with you. And then always, you know, be grateful. So to have that, to be grateful makes you feel good anyway. But also, you know, I love the fact that if I'm showing gratitude, that's a pattern within me. And I love the idea that that's what the universe will reflect more of back to me. And so, of course, I want more stuff to be grateful for. So I'm just grateful for what there is. And even, you know, even if you're in a pretty rubbish situation, most of the times you can find something little, even if it's thank you for the lesson that you've given me to learn. So those are the kind of tips that I would give, is just have that sense of ownership for how you are in yourself. And once you have that, you have that inner empowerment, then whatever else is going on outside you, then you know that at least you can come back to that place. Even if you veer off it for a little bit, you've always got that to come back to, that sense of being grounded.
Gaining a bit of control, I guess, that control back. It's like the saying, it's not what happens to you that matters, it's what you do after that.
Yes, there's a it's basically, we can't necessarily control what's going on outside, what people say to us, but all we can control is our response.
Yeah, I can't go out to a restaurant with 8 friends now, so I'm going to jump off or whatever. It's the empowered, having the empowered response.
Exactly. And seeing maybe, sorry, I'm interrupting you, but the flip side to it, okay, we're all on Zoom, but actually it's actually really time efficient.
Tell me about it. I've been all over the country.
Exactly. And so, you know,
0 mileage.
Exactly. I just need to just be mindful of what I'm wearing here. I can wear pajama bottoms or jogging bottoms on the bottom. Slippers.
Just quickly, because I know you have to go, because we spent so much time chatting, didn't we? But tell us about, so Arbonne's header at the moment is, we're about mind, body and skin. Tell us about that link between, for you, when you're working with clients, that link between the mind and what's going on in your body and what you feed it.
Oh, goodness. I mean, that's one of the first things that I talk about with clients, because people want to shift and they want to change and they want to sort of, you know, not feel overwhelmed or remove blocks and things like that. The first most powerful thing I think to do in the first instance is just to look at what you're putting inside your body. If you cut out all the rubbish, you just start to feel better straight away. You start to be clear-headed, there's no mind fog, you start to feel really good in yourself, more energized, and you can just make those decisions and take action from just a better place. You step up into a higher version of you, because you're kind of putting yourself first. You're really it's almost like a gift to yourself, but we don't see it that way sometimes. We just think, oh, whatever we eat, it's irrelevant. But by treating ourselves really well, we're kind of creating that sense of, yeah, we're there ready to receive. And this is on so many levels.
Absolutely. Someone once said to me, it was probably a nutritional therapist, we are made up of what we consume. So think of what goes into your body. At some point, some part of that is going to make up your cell structure, your cells.
Yeah.
Going to create cells, which is quite poignant, isn't it, really? I just don't think of that when I'm having my Prosecco on a Friday. I do think about it when I consider how often I want to have a burger.
Yeah, I think as well. But also it's just, you can just feel better. It's one of the quickest ways to just start feeling better and more clear-headed. And
sleep better.
Yeah, it's just and people perhaps might think they have to search for answers in other ways, and which is also good, have healings or go and do this with a coach and stuff like that. But actually, if you do that, that's one of the easiest and quickest ways just to feel really good.
Feel better. Yeah, I noticed that I made myself a promise after drinking pretty much through lockdown. Not heavily drinking, but little glass of wine.
I think most of us did.
After the summer, I said, right, we've got to stop this weekday drinking. And I must say, I'm getting so much more done and sleeping so much better because I'm not doing it. But tell me about your favorite Arbonne products while you're here.
I've got two. I really love the face cream. Is it the rejuvenating? Yes, I really love that, actually. And I just feel like, because my skin, because I'm 47 now, so I'm kind of like but basically, my skin isn't as easy to look after as what it used to be, and I kind of have to have that right balance of something that really moisturizes it, because it can feel a little bit dry. And so that is one of the things that I'd never skimp on, like a really good face cream. And it just makes my skin feel really good in the morning and in the evening, and I love it. My skin is like, thank you. And the other product, which I think is excellent, is I tried the 7-day cleanse, which we talked about, and it was fantastic, because I'm really mindful I love nutrition, and I love I like the juices, and I mentioned to you about, I make my own kefir, and I love drinking coconut water and all of that kind of stuff. And I tried the 7-day cleanse, and I kind of think what I loved about it, it's made me feel really great. And I just thought it'd be really quite difficult to create that yourself. It's far better to buy it, I would say, because there's no way that I would be able to think of everything to put into that to make myself feel as good as how I felt when I did that.
I love that. And that there's traceability of the ingredients and where they're coming from, they're sustainably sourced, and there's nothing extra in it than what it says, which is awesome. I need to get myself some of that. You've reminded me. But you got it, you were able to try it, because wasn't it on your free product?
Yes, I had a party.
Got it for free.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
You did. You hosted for me and introduced me to your lovely friends.
Yeah, no, I did. It was great. So I'd definitely be buying that again, probably around the beginning of January. No, we don't. I mean, to be honest, I think it's something that, if you were going to, I mean, I would say monthly, you could do something like that monthly. What would you suggest?
We never used to have it in the UK, and now it's been reformulated, because some products we don't always have in the UK, due to, I don't know, but it was reformulated to be mild enough, because it wasn't quite mild enough, that you can use it, even though it says 7-day cleanse, you could quite easily use it every day.
Yeah, okay.
So yeah, it's a good one, definitely. I know you have to go, so is there
the school run.
anything else that you're going, I didn't get that across, that you wanted to add?
No, not at all. Thank you for inviting me. I'll probably.
What have you got coming up? Tell us about what you've got coming up.
Yeah, so the way I like to work with my clients is I work with them on a one-to-one basis. I also have group coaching pods for women in business called the A Game. So bring your A game to the table, which is really fun and really interesting and great, invigorating. And I've also got an online program coming out called the Abundance Accelerator. So that's an online program. So maybe what I thought would be quite nice, if I put my mailing list details, if anyone's interested in knowing more, they could always sign up for my emails, and then I'll keep you informed.
And I love being on your mailing list. So.
Oh, thank you.
And I'm going to tag your details so everyone will know how to connect with you as well. But thank you so much for your time.
Oh, thank you.
If you would like to know anything more about anything I've said or anything Dymphna's said, then please do connect with us on the platform you found this on. So thank you.
Thank you so much. Bye.